and I hope I will go there more and more. And then as I was saying, like the Japanese animation, it was like a big part of my work. You know, so I'm a big collector of Japanese robots and Japanese characters. I look for stuff from the 70s, stuff from the 80s when I was a kid. Then I looked a lot at the Japanese street culture, like the fashion, like the way like the Japanese youth used to wear. I think that Japanese and Asian youth for me is like the most inspiring, like the way they get dressed, you know, like the way like they mix up like brands or elements and items they imported from Europe, from America, and generated here in Asia. So it's just like they can mix it up, like all these fashions, street fashion together as nobody can do it, as we can do in Europe and people can do in America. Then another big inspiration for me is like the toys, the culture, as everybody knows. You know, like there is some artists that really inspire me, and like it's the world where I belong. Then there is like the fashion world, the classic fashion. I was always in love for. I always buy like fashion magazine, the classic ones, the Vogue, the Elle, the Marie Claire's, and all those ones. And then I think a good change in inspiration was like living in Los Angeles. Like it was like the Los Angeles icons, you know, like there is like the diamonds, the bullets, the guns, the graffiti, and all the street culture. And then there was like, you know, the classic Americana icons, you know, like the food they eat, it's very colorful and very fatty actually. And you know, then there is like, you know, being Italian, like especially being away from my country, like I brought like into my work like so many elements like Vespas or like pizzas or the soccer, which is part of it. And as I was saying, there is like a big inspiration from punk rock, tattoo, and all the punk culture inspiration. But I think the most important is just, I think inspiration, being a designer is not just like open a design magazine or a design book. I think it's just like transforming your head in a way that you watch reality and you try to transform it your own way. So like for example, like one of my main characters, it came actually in one of the most lazy moments of my life. But just because, you know, I was watching reality, looking for ideas. I was in South Italy, there were cactuses, I was resting, and I thought cactuses looks like a rabbit or like something like that. Why don't do a character out of that? So I invented Sandy, that now is a pretty popular character. And the same is just opening my fridge, like I got inspiration for latte. So I start to go very quick actually because I have to, I would like to hear some questions from you. So this is some other images, you know. So like the way I work, I start from a sketch and then, you know, like I start to trace it in Illustrator, which is the Adobe software. And I start like from sketches and I just scan it using the webcam of my computer. Before I was using the scanner, now I just go straight to the webcam and I start like this. This is like how everything starts. Then another thing I love is like painting, and still like unfortunately I'm a very busy man, and but I would like to do more like painted things, you know. This is like this is a painting that was pretty nice, that it was for the anniversary 35 years of Hello Kitty. It was a big event in Los Angeles. Actually this is my living room. And I started my career doing like some freelances, just like illustrations for other companies before like I finally could realize my dream of making Toki Doki out of the brand. So I didn't have like to work for anybody, but just you know, like my own work. The important thing in my career was this collaboration for 2 years, a bit more than 2 years, was Toki Doki for Les Forsac that really like launched me into like something a bit bigger. Like they invested a lot in marketing, sponsoring me, and it was the most successful line that Les Forsac did in 35 years of history. So for me it was like a very, very big pride. Now we are doing, I will show you like some products. This is like some bags that will come in the future. Now I'm doing like my own bags, my own line, and it's not on the market yet. Then I do apparel. Like this is like some images for next summer, like going more edgy. We are doing TK, which is going to be a very specific man-oriented line. And this is like when you design a line, that's how you start. And then I do toys. I do like sorry, like tracks. How do you call it in English? Like tracks, platform toys. Sorry. Yes, like platform toys. So there is a difference between doing your own molded characters, and one thing is like platform toys, like doing you just like use like a canvas, which is a three-dimensional canvas, like Traxxas, Fabrics, or this kind of toys. This is actually like some Traxxas that I've done in collaboration with Devil Robots. You know, like the first 5 top are Devil Robots, the bottom is mine, and we just mixed up the boxes. And then, you know, like there's some special editions toys that you just use a toy but just give it like a special color just for a certain occasion. And this is a collab I've done with Devil Robots. You put 2 toys but in the same box, 2 different toys. And it's like painted toys. And when you start the toy, you always like start like this. You just make a 3D, like a turnaround. And then, you know, like this actually is a that never went on market and hopefully will go soon. And then you receive like the sculptures and you know, like you start you know, work on the pictures and you know, like give corrections. I would like this bigger, this smaller, 1 millimeter more on the left, 1 millimeter on the top, and you know, so this is how I give explanations to like the sculpture, like that tries to interpret my sketches. And this is how it looks like when you design a box. This is, you know, like when you design a platform toy, you just give like color specifics and you just like design all the 4 sides of the toy. And this is a project that is becoming very big. It's Toki Doki Cosmetics, which is fully produced by Sephora. For now, it's it's in America, 350 Sephoras and 600 Sephoras in Europe. I really hope it will get in Asia as well. So like Sephora produces my cosmetics and it's a very great experience for me. It's a new world that I really cherish. So I tried like to bring like the toy culture into the cosmetics. So you will have like these boxes that opens, they have cosmetics on the layer, and at the bottom they have like a hidden toy. And as you can see, it's like a big collection. It's over 100 pieces. And then you know, then I made like nail files that are very inspired by skateboards that I produce every season. I do jewelry, I do watches, I do collaborations. This is the collaboration I'm pretty proud is with Karl Lagerfeld, the 25 years creative director of Chanel and the advisor for Fendi. T-shirts I've done with him, and Hello Kitty was a big honor because I consider Hello Kitty like the queen of the cute characters that represent like the Japanese kawaii culture. That actually it's an older culture than Hello Kitty, but Hello Kitty is the biggest global success in conveying like this cute culture. I made like about 8 collaborations, like some in Japan, some in America, some in Brazil, and actually now I one in Italy. And then it's 2 years I work with Onitsuka Tiger, and every 6 months I do 2 lines of shoes in different colors and different design. This is like different seasons I've done. This is like, you know, when you design a shoe, it's not just about printing over a shoe, it's just like transforming the shoe and give details about all the materials and like re-transforming the shape, and it's really like, it takes really time like into going in their archives and checking different materials from different factories, and it's really a hard job. It's not just putting like you know, some character on a shoe. So this is like more or less how it looks when I produce something and you have to give like many specifics. Then you know, as a big soccer freak, and actually I'm very happy to know in Singapore people like soccer very much. And like I really wanted to do a collaboration with a soccer company, like a ball company, and because it's an historic Japanese company from 1909, like doing balls, so it was a great collaboration for me. So this is how it looks when you have to design a soccer ball. It's pretty complicated actually. Then I did like other collaborations, like from computers to everything. There's Levi's, so exclusive for Taiwan. Then it's pretty big right now. Unfortunately, for many times, like stuff like Hello Kitty or Marvel can't get on certain markets because they have like some agreements. Like in certain territories, like they have different licenses and different things. So it's not that we are bad. People ask me, oh, why we can find Marvel in Singapore, Marvel in certain territories. It's just because they have contractual exclusive deals with other companies in certain territories. So we do like hats, and skateboards, everything. Actually, New Era is a company that makes for us hats. It's like the best hats company. Like they make everything from New York Yankees to Big Name. It's the best company around. So this is how it looks when you do like hats. Like everything is really like very precise. It's not just about applying art. You have to give many specifications. This is a fun collaboration I've done. I've done the merchandise tour for the Black Eyed Peas when they were touring, so I made t-shirts and New Era hats for them, and I interpreted them into characters. This is, just I was dressed in avatars on Xbox. This is the latest stuff I've done for New York and San Diego Comic Con. I made 2 collections of me interpreting Street Fighter. I do phones, I do a bit of everything. This actually was my last trip to Japan. I was invited by Yamaha. I'm a big fan of MotoGP and Valentino Rossi. It's a big bike guy, so it was an experience I didn't expect. I'm trying to be quick, sorry. And this is like one of the best experiences in 2006, 2005. As soon as I moved to Omega, they asked me to design the concept for the Fashion Week in Los Angeles. So it was like a huge honor for me. And now Toki Doki is growing. We have one store in New York, in Milan, one in Melrose, in Los Angeles. Actually tonight they are partying, like celebrating the opening of the Santa Monica store. But I was committed to be here in Singapore, so I said I'm coming to Singapore anyways. But today is a special day for Toki Doki. So just opened the store, and it seems that we'll open in Hawaii, hopefully pretty soon. I think that Toki Doki is a lifestyle brand, and I think in a store is the best way you can merchandise it to make people understand what Toki Doki is about. So thank you. Oh, and now I will have Darren having some questions for me, and if you guys have any questions, like please share it. I hope I can answer decently. Thank you very much.